What's up, folks? Jay here from Jay's Way, and today we're going to look at my Amazon Merch on Demand stats. Still weird saying that. I don't know why they wouldn't just keep calling it Merch by Amazon. Way easier. Anyway, and then we're going to dive into a niche that I like to stay, 90 days out for bigger niches like that. So we're going to be looking for pay dirt around the middle to end of August. It's actually starting to pop off already because as soon as one door closes, another one opens, right? So anyway, let's get to it here. All right, so today so far, it's like 3 p.m., $95 almost, 28 sold. Yesterday was a good day with 260. We had a bit of a slump here, but we're back up to the plus 200s here. It was the weekend after Father's Day, so these things happen, the ebbs and flows. What I want to show you here is that the previous month, so May, I did $5,660.70. Well, yesterday I had already beaten it by like 9 a.m., I think. So I'm going to exceed 6K today, and it is the 24th. I still got another, including the rest of the day. So 6.5 full days to go. I'm stoked. Hopefully it'll hit, 7K. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but that would be an ultimate goal for the month of June. So that'll be some pretty decent numbers, especially considering, I finally got to 1,600 live designs in tier 8,000. So that said, so it's not a, a numbers game. It's not about pricing low until you get momentum. It's about going after big niches, pricing to make money, because we're not here to work for free. And I actually did some quick math, and if you were to make $1,000 in merch but work 30 hours a week at it, like some of these people who just keep consistently uploading, you're looking at $8 and something like 13 cents or 30 cents an hour over those 120 hours in a month. That is minimum wage. Terrible. That's half of minimum wage in Canada now. You know what I mean? So it's not about throwing crap at the wall. It's about making good quality designs, and that's something we talk about, in my inner circle a lot. It's all about the designs. First things first, I want to save some of your accounts. If you're doing hawk tua, spit on that thing, that is fine. Just don't do it on Amazon merch. Here's why. We'll go into our resources here. They have this little thing called content policies. I feel like people are telling you guys to do this, but they're not looking. They're not reading. They're not remembering. Look at this right here. Sexually obscene content. If hawk tua spit on that thing in reference to a girl going viral for saying how she gets a guy going in bed is not sexually obscene, I don't know what is. That is terrible. Do not do this. Okay, that said, on to my 90 days out, back to school, right? I'm saying another door closed, which was a couple weeks ago when kids were out of school. Another one's already opening. Looking at back to school here. Popular now, we are hungry for learning. This stuff makes people a mint every single year. So we're going to validate the niche here. You can see popular right now, hello kindergarten, back to school, right? Back to school. Popular now, first grade, hello back. Look at this, 14,000 reviews. What's this one? IV custom. Popular now, Emma, back to school. Customize, almost 60K reviews. Let's just look at this one. Using Evergreen here, just gonna go in and see. So listings less than a year old. Makes sense because they listed it probably, 60, 90 days out, obviously. At least 60 days out from last September, right? 93 sales, 100 revenue a month. This thing is going to go off like crazy soon. And what are these guys at for sales? 265,338 sales. Holy. First grade, hello first grade. Let's check what this guy's doing. Hoopo tees. It's in 20 carts, 61 sales, same thing. They listed it this time last year. So right now they're doing, a little bit of monthly sales, not a whole heck of a lot. It's a bestseller, meaning it's selling more than other shirts that are showing up for the same keywords right now. It's gonna hold that title for the next 3 months. And you guys know, moms, when they're talking about their children, are going to spare no money. They're probably going to buy 2 or 3. They might buy 1 or 2 now. It's like shopping for Christmas. It's an excuse to celebrate their kids. They buy stuff 2, 3, 4 months out sometimes, and then they forget that they bought it, and then they buy more, right? Ask me how I know. Look at this stuff. So you could even make the teacher stuff. This is cool. This will be super hot, right? The 80s neon colors. Check this guy out. 2 months old, 40 sales, $783 in monthly revenue right now. Doing about 18 sales a month. Look at this. 2 months old. It's the best seller right now. People had just purchased it. It's going to carry forward for the new year. So let's go over to Kittl now and check out what we can do in terms of a t-shirt design that way. I don't know if it'll be tagged back to school, or back to school for teachers maybe, preschool. We'll just search back to school, keep it, super wide right now so we don't miss anything. Again, that's that digital FOMO. Back to school, head start, start with kindness. It's cool to be kind. No to bullies, yes to caring. Be kind to someone today. and turn a frown into a smile. So you can create this stuff with Kittl super easily. The last video I did with Kittl showed how to make those bootleg tees. I'll link to that one down below. Cool teacher vibes. This is cool. This is perfect. You can take this, change the name, use it on Etsy because you've had a hand in the design, and you can continually change the last name to make it a customized design, right? Have coffee, have teacher. This has been around the block. I've seen that on every platform. Class of 2024, that's how easy it can be. Thank a teacher today. That's a great one for a kid to go back to school with, right? You don't want to necessarily be selling this to teachers. A principal might wear it, saying, you know, give kudos to the teacher. A student wearing that would probably melt a teacher's heart. This is the kind of thing, you know, thank a teacher today. So I just came over to ChatGPT here and I asked it for some slogans for back to school shirt for first graders to get some ideas. We've got first grade, here I come. Watch out, first grade. First grade rocks. That could be cool. First grade miles. We can maybe try first grade rocks because kids love archaeology and dinosaurs. I think I got an idea here. So let's look at first grade rocks. Let's go into Kittl here, and I was just thinking superhero rock or superhero dinosaur on a rock. Kids love dinosaurs. I think this might work. It looks fun. It looks superhero-y. So let's just use this one. We don't need the fruit. So let's go with first grade. Make you a little smaller here. First grade rocks. This already looks awesome, and you can put this on a slew of colors. Little layers here, edit the background. I think I would probably want to put this on white to see what it looks like. So we'll just click on background here, change the background color to white. You can use the design for elements of color here, and I'm going to use Kittl AI, and I'm going to ask for cartoon style dinosaur superhero. So I'm just going to put dinosaur superhero. I want to make sure that we come down here, and if we were going to show all, we can do cartoon or mascot. I'm going to try a little vintagey. It's got kind of like that vintage element with this font choice down here and the stars. So let's just see what happens. And while we're waiting on that, I just wanted to take a minute and point out that I had another awesome review down here. You guys can come to the website, check it out. I'll leave the link below. So my inner circle is closing Tuesday night at midnight, so that's the 26th. This is from a member here. He said, just want to stop in and say thank you to Jay D'Souza for creating such an amazing resource. It's actually super kind that he wrote this. I've spent thousands on POD coaches and can say that this has by far been the most beneficial knowledge resource I have found and the best investment I have made for my POD business to date. I am super grateful for your help. I'm beside myself with this testimonial. Thank you so much, Chris. This is incredible. I said to him, I'm going to use this as a testimonial if that's okay. He said that would be awesome and he'd be honored. Just if I could add that this is also the best investment he's made in his POD business as well, and his screenshot he wanted me to attach, I blew it up here. This is a tier 200,000 seller with 33,655 live designs who is telling me that they're getting value from my program here. So I'm super humbled. I'm only a tier 8,000 seller, but you guys get the picture. Anyway, this closes $37 a month, less than 10 bucks a week. There is an option there if you wanted to buy the annual, it would work out to $370. So you're essentially paying for 10 months, getting 2 free, which brings you down to just under $8 a week. If you bought the annual, it's like 7 and change. So that said, again, closing June 26th at midnight. Just wanted to have a shameless plug there. The value in there has been nuts. So this is awesome. I'm going to try standing on a rock. That's cool. Now we're getting there. That might even do the trick right there. Generate a couple more, because why not? That's awesome. I really like this one. Although, let's say standing on a pile of rocks. And then if I don't like what I get here, I'm going to say boulders. This is cool. So now he's on a pile of rocks. This makes way more sense. Let's try boulders to see if we can get it bigger. And while we're waiting for this one, you can use my coupon down below for 25% off a subscription to Kittl. It's good for monthly or even the annual. So if you went with the pro membership, for example, you'd save 25% off an annual membership, which would be upwards of $72. This looks pretty cool on a giant boulder. And we'll just try another one. These are all amazing. You could do total variations. You could have, you know, a male, female one. I still really like the look of this one, but I want to see if we can get like a bigger boulder there. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. We got the stars. It's tying everything in already. Standing on a big boulder. This is great. This one's awesome, but I think I'm gonna go with this guy here. a little less detail, but more rock. It is rocks plural, so we're gonna go with that. I am gonna keep these guys out here. The nice thing about Kittl is that if you zoom out, you can have like an endless amount of space around your artboard here. So that said, we're gonna use Kittl's AI background remover now to remove the white here, and this thing has worked flawlessly. I'll just put the link on the screen for that video, like right up here. It's the one where I did the bootleg one that I alluded to at the beginning of this video. This is awesome. And then we can vectorize this. I think I'll do that right now. I think we can keep it to 7 colors and we'll see how it looks. It doesn't look like there's much more than that in there. Yeah, that's great. It looks vintagey. And then we can change the red in here to match this, right? So we'll click over here. We're going to change this red to this red here. You know, you can hover over the existing document colors, and we've got this color here, which is right here. So we can change that to this, and it already looks like it, you know, it's starting to match. I might choose this orange here and make it the darker green. No, maybe the lighter green. Yeah, I think the lighter green will work. I think that might do the trick. And then we'll just hold Option and drag the corners to make it bigger the whole way. You can see on our layers that it always highlights the layer we're using. I'm just gonna drag the layer down here so that it's behind the, oh, not behind the background, but behind the text. There we go. Make this a little smaller so we're behind this text, but I want rocks to be behind the design here. So right behind the illustration, and that's as easy as it is, right? You can play with the keyboard shortcuts, bring to front and stuff down here, but all you need to do is drag the layer to where it needs to be. First grade rocks. Let's make you, what would a dinosaur say? Rawr, right? I think that works. Put it up here, closer to his mouth. This looks pretty cool. Bright and bold. Let's ask ChatGPT what else we could say. Oh, maybe hello first grade. First grade, here I come. We could even do that. All right, copy it right from here. And then we'll just reduce this to fit. That's a little too long. Let's look for something less wordy. So I just asked now, give me 5 more that a superhero dinosaur would say. This is how easy it is. Dynamite, learning first grade, roaring into first grade, super dino powers activate, Jurassic Genius. Jurassic Genius could be great. Now I'm gonna say, leave out the words first grade because we've already got first grade in the top one. So Dynamite learner, roaring into school, stomping strong. I like Jurassic Genius. I think it'll fit. Everybody knows Jurassic as it relates to dinosaurs. And using the word on its own isn't going to get you into any hot water, but you're always going to want to make sure you check trademarks to make sure that none of this is actually in fact infringing. But I think this will work. Click on this here. Oh, a little too much. Got a little excited again. And we just want to make sure that we're keeping things in line here. Same with this end. Vintage star, spot elements. Now we can give it a little bit of balance here. Object color, we'll make it the same red. Maybe we'll make this guy blue so he stands out a little more. Right, there's that blue. And we can make this color in the design that same blue. I think I like the other color better, so maybe we make this that color. Yeah, that might work. Greeny, bluey green. Keep you red. Then we'll hold Option and drag so it creates another one. Maybe here for some balance. So now we've got kind of like these two stars balancing each other. This rar here is kind of balancing with the weight of the stars down in the left corner. I think I'm actually just going to pull this over top of my design. So we've got our Jurassic Genius here. I'm now going to put a border around it and create a little bit of white space there so that it looks like kind of like this same style here, the cartoony with the border. So it shows up more on this rock pile here. So all you need to do is Command C, Command V, right? So I'll just copy and paste. So I'll just do that while we have it selected, Command C and then Command V, pasted. And I'm going to select the one underneath and I'm going to go over to Effects. We're going to add a shadow here. And you can see that it's got the dark gray shadow here. I'm going to change this to white. And then I'll close this, and then we're going to increase the width here so you can see what it's doing there. I'm going to reduce the angle and reduce the offset. We don't need any of that. We're not making any, you know, funky craziness here. We're just trying to create an outline on this that is similar to this guy here. So that said, now I can click off and select both, and we can move this down so you can see a little bit of the line showing up here. I want that out of the way, so I'm just going to select both of those and drag it a little lower. That looks a little better. So I think this looks pretty sweet. The next thing we need to do now is just create a mock-up, right? And you can do that right in here. You don't even have to leave Kittl. This is pretty awesome. So again, that's 25% off if you wanted to do it. So I'm going to search t-shirt. It knows that I'm doing t-shirt. Let's see if we can find one on a kid. So this looks cool. We can, shrink this so that it fits. You can have this as the lifestyle image so that you can see what it looks like on a shirt and, give the customer an idea of the actual size. We zoom that out a bit. Otherwise, you can, if you were going to do it on the back of a shirt, you could do that one. And you just move it over and it hugs. You can see how it distorts as you hug the edges here. That's what you call a smart mock-up. So if you wanted to have this on the back print, you could do that. And you can see how you can kind of see the wrinkles underneath it. But this is all you need to do. I think that would look pretty cool. And then you can just download your mock-up here. And once we're done with this, we can go back and change it to 3rd grade rocks or 6th grade rock or however old this kid might be. And then we can always come back to our editor here and, swap out the designs here. If you wanted to, we can do one more and say girl dinosaur superhero and see what happens there, right? And you can make a few more. You can change the colors of the shirts now. You can cater to all kinds of people. It'd be great. There you go. This kind of looks like the show I was just watching, Sweet Tooth. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of cute, right? It looks like the half hybrid of the girl dino and actual human. And it's great. She's standing on the boulder. You know what I mean? This would do just as good, I think, if we were to move this guy out of the way now. Put her in here. AI background remover. I'm going to move the illustration here to be above Jurassic Genius, but below that. Put you there. So there we are there. And look at this. This is cute as heck. Now you can change the colors to match everything here. We can change the star color. We can change the font colors to match this. Once we vectorize it, it spits out all the colors up here as you saw. This is what I mean when I say that Kittl makes designing like a pro so much easier. I wish I had something like this. It's like 10, 12, 13 years ago now that I've been in POD with trying to learn something like the Adobe Suite or something crazy that costs you a fortune too, or going to graphic design college. Like what I learned in my first graphic design job in 6 to 8 months was so much more already in practice than what I learned from, a graphic design 3-year program in college. But here I am in Kittl making a design in minutes that looks like something that would have taken years to design and compose, right? That's it. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to see how easy that was. Again, we dove into now a niche that is going to be hot. It's already kind of hot for not even being around the corner, but we got like 3 months out now, no problem. July, August, September, yeah. And then Q4 officially starts in 4 months, folks. Like we're talking 4.5 months out already. This is coming quick. Right at the start of Q4, you get that back to school bump, then you get the Halloween one, then you get the Thanksgiving in November, and then Christmas hits all the while you're selling for Christmas anyway. But this is such an awesome time to be able to leverage AI in terms of ChatGPT or Kittl AI, for example. But yeah, you can tell I'm just excited. I'll shut up now.